Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be making a bit of a different video. I have been tagged by Carol from Crinkled Path to make something out of scraps and using the hashtag give a scrap. So that is what I will be doing today. And I was humming and hawing and thinking, okay, what am I gonna do? I have all sorts of scraps. This is just a few of my scraps that I have from all kinds of different projects left over. And I was really thinking about what I was going to make, and I think I know what I'm going to make. Okay, so I'll use up my scraps, of course. That's what it's all about. But I do have a cardstock piece of paper here that I want to use. And I'm going to make a flap, or a card with a flap, if that makes sense. So I just folded it into a card. I didn't even measure the size that I have this at. But what I'm going to do is I am going to cut... Now let's just see here. I am going to cut a corner of it off, and I'll show you later why. And I am not even measuring. I'm not being picky as to the measurements whatsoever. So I've got this piece left over, and I will maybe use this later on yet. We'll see. So what I am going to do is I am going to go ahead and glue the front piece here as well as this inside piece here, and then I'm going to take and just fill it with pieces of scraps. I don't know if I will do lengthwise or just tear off pieces and glue them on here. I haven't quite decided yet. And then once I'm done decorating the front and the inside with all my scraps, then I'm going to go ahead and add another card on the inside. It's hard to explain. I've seen this on a video in the past, so I'm going to give this a try. So we shall see how this will work. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and instead of gluing each piece of scrap, I'm just going to take and fill this whole side up with glue. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put pieces of scrap on it. And just randomly glue it down. It does not have to be perfect. It doesn't even have to make sense, right? You just, you don't have to organize it. You just take and grab pieces and put them down. I guess in some areas, of course, where it's overlapping, I'll have to go ahead and glue that down a little bit more yet. How are you all doing today? I hope you're all doing really well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I appreciate that you considered stopping by and checking my channel out. Now we shall see what this is going to end up looking like. I don't know. I hope it will turn out. I'm a little bit nervous about it. I feel like when I am tagged in something, well, then I got to make sure that I'm going to be creating something perfect, or else it will be like a fail, of course. But hopefully I can make this happen what I have in my head. And if it does not work out, you won't be seeing this video. Then I will just go ahead and delete it, and then I will create something else. But it is a neat way of using up scraps, and I also enjoy seeing other people's videos on how they use up scraps. And then that way you don't end up throwing your scraps away. And so if you go ahead and go to that hashtag, give a scrap, you will see other creators as well. And I will leave Carol's channel a link down below as well that you can go check out, or I'll link that video where she talks about the scraps. I want to not have a straight edge here. I should maybe get my whole bin of scraps out. And you can use anything. You can use magazine scraps. You can use, I don't know, scrapbooking scraps, whatever you've got in your scrappy bin, I guess. And just use it all up. Let's see here, what else do I want to use? I do also have this greenery here that I wouldn't mind using up from a magazine that I used some pieces of it in a different project. Okay, so I've got the cover pretty much done. And then I will, well, this one does not want to stick, does it? My goodness. Maybe I should have another rose there. Something with pink over there. No, that's okay. That's okay. I like that. That'll be alright. If I end up talking to myself, I apologize. That's just what I do when I'm trying to figure something out and I'm not sure what I'm doing. So then I just end up talking to myself. I could have also just done a whole bunch of different strips of paper. That would have worked too. I do have a bin somewhere with all my leftover scrapbooking paper, all kinds of different colors, but for some reason I couldn't locate it this morning, so we're gonna go with this. Okay, so I have decorated the front portion of it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and decorate the inside and do the exact same thing on the inside with just all kinds of pieces of scrap. Maybe a liquid glue would have worked better for this, I'm not sure. I am not sure. What are you all up to today? What is your day looking like? Let's see here. Hopefully this will make sense when I'm done with it. what I'm trying to make here. It will honestly make more sense to myself as well once I'm done. Okay, so I've got the front decorated, I've got the inside decorated. I might add a little bit more. I found some scrappy lace pieces as well yet. But for now, we are going to make, I think I didn't cut this quite enough at an angle, but I am wanting to make a card now for the inside. And I may end up actually having to, I might have to get a different piece of scrap of white, but I think I didn't cut this quite far enough at an angle, so I may end up cutting this a little bit more at an angle. I hope I don't mess this up, you guys. I hope I don't mess it up. No, that should be good. I'll use this as well. So now I've got my inside piece made. I didn't measure anything, like I said. I'm just doing it approximate. And but I can measure it and let you know the measurements if you want to know the measurements. But I just took a piece of scrap of white paper and cut it and folded it. And I'm going to decorate the front, and then I will show you what my plan is here. I hope this will all make sense to you once I am completed. It should make sense. Oh, sometimes we do things ourselves that we're not even sure. Okay, should I be doing this even? Is this going to make any sense at all? But I know I have seen this on a video somewhere. I don't know if they did it exactly like this, but it just gave me that idea. If I can find that video somewhere, I'll leave that link down below. It is a while ago when I had seen it, so not sure. I'm not sure if I can find it, but I'll try. Okay, so what else do we want to put on here? I really like this piece. It's very pretty. Let's put a few of these pieces on there. Okay, I will just go ahead and cut off all these extras here where I went over. Okay, I think we are allowed to use lace too. I don't recall that we shouldn't. But I did find some cuttings of different lace pieces, and I think it would look nice to add a little bit of lace on here. Do I want to do a little bit more to the front here first? Maybe a little bit of this color. I do have some of this on the main envelope, so I feel like or on the main card, so I feel like I should have that on here a little bit as well. Yeah, I will add a little bit more of different colors here first before I add the lace. At this point, oh, my fingers are so sticky already. I feel like I'm kind of sticking onto everything. That's okay. We'll finish this and then we'll go wash up in between. I'm just adding a little bit of lace to this as well, to the front here. Okay, so hang on, I'll zoom you out a little bit more. Okay, so here's the very first one that we made. I added some lace at the bottom here as well. And then this is the little flap that we made for the inside. And I added a little bit of lace at the bottom here as well. And then I will show you how this is going to become a double flap, possibly. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to glue this piece on the inside. I'm not very good at explaining things, but this is going to get glued down in the center here. Maybe not necessarily exactly in the center, but what you want to do is you want to make sure when you glue it down that this flap at the front here will be able to go over the bottom flap that's underneath, and then this one is going to go over on top of that one. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Because if I have it too far down, then like if I would glue this down too far, I cannot put this flap over on top of that one. So I'm just going to glue this down. It won't be quite centered, and that's okay. That's quite all right. But I think I have it figured out where I need to glue it down. So right over here, I feel like everything is sticking to me now. Okay, right like so. The inside is a mess. I got glue all over it, but don't worry, we're going to do something with that as well. As long as for now we have this figured out, that I didn't do this too high. No, that works. So now that we've got our inside flap in as well, we are going to go ahead and do something with this. And you know, I was kind of thinking of possibly making a pocket on the inside here and using all just scraps of paper to decorate it. And I've got this pocket here that I have thrifted at some point in time. So I feel like it's like a leftover piece of scrap, right? It is just thrifted and left over, and I will decorate the front as well with scraps. But it is a little bit too big to go onto my paper, so I'm actually going to go ahead and take and cut this down to the size that I need, and then I will just go ahead and glue it back down again. That should work. Okay, There, that fits. That shall work just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and pause you, and I'm going to quickly decorate this with scraps as well. And then we will put everything together. And I'm also going to go ahead and decorate the inside of this as well. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier, because when we open this up, we want to have this not just plain white. So I'm going to go ahead and decorate this and this with just my scraps of paper here as well, what I have beside me here. And we will see you in just a minute here. My scrappy scrap flip / pocket is finished. I hardly even know how to say it. I don't know what you want to call this, but it is a flippity floppity scrappy type of thing. I don't know what you want to call it. A pocket, a flop, not a flop, a flip. Okay, I think I am finished. I just paused you for a while just to complete it because I had to really think about what I was wanting to do here, and I'll just kind of walk you through it. So it is the hashtag give a scrap. I used all kinds of little scraps to create this. Even my cardstock was just pieces of leftover cardstock that I used in this. So this is a card, plus it is a flip in 2 ways, plus I created a pocket. So so you would take and you would flip this out, and then I decorated the back as well. And then this triangle here that I cut earlier, so you would open that up, and I decorated the insides as well. And then I put a little pocket here, and then I decorated that as well. And I used up some leftover pieces of fabric, made it kind of scrungy looking, as well as some lace I used up. I used up some lace over here as well. And where else did I use lace? Oh yes, in the front here I used up some lace, scrappy lace as well. And all the little pieces of scraps that I did use today, kind of all color coordinated, I guess, because I just took a bunch out of my scrappy bin, and then whatever I grabbed is what I ripped in pieces and smaller pieces, and used that for decorating all of it. All of the flips on the inside, outside, and plus my pocket over here. And then my pocket over here has another little flip over here as well. And that here I just put some greenery from a magazine scrap. And then when you open up the pocket, yeah, you guessed it, I have a tag in here where I use also all the little scrappy pieces on there. And then I found the word kindness in one of my here I had a container with all kinds of cutouts from magazines, and to me that's a piece of scrap as well that I had cut out, and I thought that would go really nice with this tag. And this tag was it came off some kind of clothing, so it's also just a scrappy piece. I didn't make it, I didn't create it. It's just I cannot remember where it came off of. I have a container where I have all kinds of tags in from, like I said, from clothing or different items. So I just decorated the front, and then I put the little word kindness on here. I think it was very kind of Carol to tag me, so I thought that would go perfect with this. And then I'll just tuck that back in there. You close this up, and then you close this flap up, and then this one goes over on top. So I really like how this turned out. I think it is very pretty. Maybe I should add a little more something on here. I don't know. I wouldn't honestly not mind adding a word on here. Maybe just let me quickly look and see what I have. I found a word that says welcome, and I kind of like that because, and that's also just from a scrap from a magazine. The reason I like the word welcome here for this is because this is a little I don't know what you want to call this, a pocket, a booklet, I don't know. But it says welcome, and then you can open it up and go ahead and see what's all inside. So I think the word welcome actually matches it quite nicely. Now I feel like it is more complete. And I really like how it turned out. And this I could add this to a junk journal, or I could even just keep it and give it away, or add it to something later on. But I really like how it turned out. I hope you like it as well. Thank you, Carol, for tagging me. I hope you all enjoyed the hashtag giveaway scrap that I made here. And if you want to join in as well, I'm sure you're welcome to. I honestly didn't take the time to think of tagging anybody, but I will link Carol's channel, our video down below where she tagged me. Thanks for coming along, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye for now.